Hello and good evening to you all. Against the yen, the dollar rose to a new month high following last week trading activities amidst multiple attempts by the Federal Reserve to tame the soaring inflation rate at this point in time. Well, I'm going to be looking at this from a technical perspective as we want to see what is actually happening on the chart. Scaling up into the weekly time frame, what do we have? If we look at what is happening here on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame rather, we can see our price has continued to respect a bullish trend line, which I was able to identify here after connecting the series of higher lows. As you can see, since the beginning of the year, though we had this breakdown, we have a price right below this bullish trend line here during the early months of this year. But as soon as we got into the later part of March stroke April, we saw our price has continued to find higher highs right above that bullish trend line. And in the last 3 weeks, we have seen our price as did multiple rejection of that bullish trend line to give us a clue into a possible bullish momentum building up behind the scenes here on the USDJPY. So on the weekly time frame, this is the information we could get that price action has been on a long-term bullish momentum. So what I did is to scale down to the daily time frame to be able to see what has been happening in the last couple of months. Now, scaling down to the um, daily time frame, the first thing I was able to do here is to identify a key level at the 135 Japanese yen level. And the reason why I have identified a key level around this point are actually supported by different reasons. One of the reasons, which will be the first one I'll be stating here, is this. We noticed that since the month of July, we saw this bearish impulse leg that took price right out of the 140 Japanese yen back into the 130 Japanese yen area during the first day of this month of August. Then we saw a bullish momentum that took price right into the 135 Japanese yen level. Then we saw another move to the downside, but price was unable to go as far as the previous low, giving us a clue of a possible bullish momentum from this point. As we can see, we now have a new higher low, which was followed by multiple attempts by buyers to push price right above that key level as at when last week trading session closed. So at this point, we have a demand zone here, which looks like a double bottom structure. And from a technical perspective, this is a very, very strong reversal pattern. So from this point of view, the key level at 135 Japanese yen area that we identify here appears to be the neckline of that reversal pattern that we were able to identify on this time frame. So that's the first um, reason why I'm having that level as a key level. Now, the other reason why I'm having that level as a key level is simply because of this. If we go further into the past, we can see how that level has been a major determinant of price action. The first attempt we can see here between the 14th and the 16th of the month of June, where price did multiple rejection of this level. I think even as far as on the 20th of June, we saw multiple rejection of that level by the sellers before we saw that breakout of structure during on the 17th of June. Then price came back down again to respect this level again multiple times. That is between on the 22nd of June to as far as the 10th of July. We saw how that area was rejected by the buyers to give us a buying momentum that pushed price to this peak at the 140 area. Now, during the course of the later part of July, we saw price break down that key level one more time, after which that area again once again became a supply niche for participants in this market. And during the later part of last week trading session, we saw an outright breakout of that level to give us a signal that we are actually going bullish on this one. So with this information I shared with you here, you will agree with me that that level at the 135 Japanese yen as it is a very, very strong area we need to look out for trading opportunities during this week. So right now that we have a breakout of this neckline during the course of last week trading session, what do we expect? So following a double bottom structure here, we saw the touch, the second touch here, we saw the breakout of structure. One thing I will be looking forward to from a long-term perspective is that price should give me further confirmation in the form of a retest of the key level, which if you can see here, shares a confluence with this bullish trend line we were able to identify on the weekly time frame. So if this happens, then definitely I want to be looking forward to reversal patterns on lower time frame that will support a trend continuation to the upside. So going into the new week, this is what I'm looking forward to. So I hope that price will likely come back down into the key level area, which like I said, shares a confluence with the bullish trend line we identified on the higher time frame. So let's see how price is going to play out during this week. How we're going to be having price come back into that level to give us further confirmation to join the rally. So if this is going to be our our entry point, that area, then where will our take profit target be? Well, if we look left, we can see that the last time price touched this bullish trend line was in May, and we saw this impulse leg to the upside, which was followed by the retracement to this demand zone that was identified here. So what now I want to be doing is to be extending this impulse leg into the future, something like this. Hold on a second. I'm trying to. So something like this. Using my Fibonacci extension tool, then we should have, hold on a second, right from this previous impulse leg right into this area. Then we should be aiming at the between the 127.2 and the 1414 area from a technical perspective here. So that is, I'll be looking forward to somewhere around the 142.500 area from a long-term perspective. So let me give this a yellow and let's label it the TP target zone for the meantime. So we have a TP target around this area. So let me give this a green. So this is what I'll be looking forward to on a long-term perspective. So at this point, I will pause the video here and we let's hold on and see what happened during the first few hours of the new week to see how participants in the market are actually moving price action. But rest assured, I will be giving you an update in the comment section of this video at the resumption of the new week session. If this video has been in any way of assistance in helping you make your individual decision on the USDJPY, kindly support this video by clicking the like button. You also want to join me on my TradingView platform, Dark Sherry, so that you don't miss out on the regular updates I normally share in the comment section of every video. Thank you for watching this video, and I wish you a wonderful night rest and hoping to see you on Monday as usual. Thank you and good night. Bye bye.